Some of you may receive your next stimulus check a little later than others. If you are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or RRB, then you want to continue watching this fourth stimulus check update because we have a ton of news to go over. So there's a lot of things currently going on in Congress, but the IRS also seems very overwhelmed right now. As this year's tax season begins, about 3/4 of Americans will get an annual tax refund from the IRS. According to data, the annual tax refund is often a family's biggest check of the year. Now it's really great that many people will be receiving an extra payment to help during this crisis. Now, taxpayers could see a repeat of last year in processing. That was when about 30 million taxpayers had their tax returns and refunds held up by the IRS. Now I know many of you are worried about when you can expect to receive your refund check, so let's go over what officials are saying about this. Just this week, Treasury Department officials warned that this year's tax season will be a challenge with the IRS starting to process returns. That is largely due to the IRS large backlog of returns from 2021. As of December 31st, the agency had 6 million unprocessed individual return, which is really ridiculous. However, it is a significant reduction from a backlog of 30 million in May, but still far higher than the 1 million unprocessed returns that is more typical around the start of tax season. Now I know that this new information may make taxpayers nervous about delays in 2022, but don't worry. According to the IRS, most people should get their refunds within 21 days of filing. But some important news to remember, everybody, is that claiming tax credits may delay the delivery of your tax refund check. So the IRS announced that claiming the earned income tax credit of the child tax credit will slow down your tax return due to regulations designed to deter fraud. But this all means that people who claimed those credits and filed their returns on January 24th or close to that date may not receive the refund until early March. There are also a few other issues that could slow down your refund, like errors like math problems or incorrectly stating how much you received from the advance CTC payments. In those cases, your tax returns could get reviewed, leading to delays of weeks or even months. So if you plan on filing taxes this year, make sure that you input the correct information, everybody. Ensuring smooth tax filing comes with a lot on the line, given that the average refund last year was about $2,800. But the IRS strongly urged people to file electronically, although some people may simply file tax paper returns. The agency says that taxpayers who file electronically are more likely to have their refunds processed quickly. And I know that most states already delivered their first SNAP benefits of 2022. But the good news is that you can get ready to receive February SNAP payments very soon. States have different ways to transfer the benefits to the recipients. For instance, some states use the EBT credit card, and other states use prepaid debit cards. Each state is responsible for the delivery dates and schedule granted by the SNAP benefits. State officials have said that they distribute SNAP payments according to the last numbers of the identification number for their programs. Each state has different information and deposit schedules. It is crucial for every user to check their specific dates to obtain SNAP benefits. But some awesome news, everybody, is that SNAP benefits increase in 2022 due to the 2022 COLA increase.
Well, let me begin by thanking all these utility executives for coming in today. I think this is the beginning of a, God willing, a new era in the generation of electricity and fundamentally clean up the environment. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your being here. I really mean it. And I'm just going to make a few brief comments and then ask a couple questions. Unfortunately, I have to go, not immediately, but before we finish, and I want to apologize ahead of time. But thank you for being here. I'm afraid, as I said, I won't be able to stay, but I wanted to come by to thank the utility sector CEOs for being here, and hear from you at the top. You have some of the most important jobs in America right now, keeping electricity systems running and running reliably. I've spent too much time this last year flying in helicopters over areas of scorched earth that because utilities were down, because it was it really is amazing. More territory is burned to the ground on the West Coast than the entire state of New Jersey in terms of square miles. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. And I want to thank you for what you're doing to help get the word out about clean energy. And the component, one of the most significant component of my Build Back Better plan. And thank you for coming to speak on its behalf. It's about building the clean energy future, and we're seeing incredible enthusiasm and support for the effort, not just from you all, but around the country. I mean, there's a real, people are, I guess when things got really bad and made people realize, my Lord, this is real. This is real, this climate change. And it's about building that future, that clean energy future. And how many major announcements have we seen recently? Ford and GM, for example, building out their electric vehicle production, a total I think, investment of, I think it's almost $18 billion, 11 and 7. And Union Pacific Railroad, I was recently out in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, but to see other parts of what was going on. But the Union Pacific Railroad is buying electric locomotives that are being built in Erie, Pennsylvania. And just yesterday, Tritium announced a new facility in Tennessee that is going to build the electric chargers. They brought in some of them to show us what they're like. And, you know, this legislation that's already been passed, there's 500,000 electric chargers on our highways. And it's going to change the dynamic of how, not only how we travel, but the economy along the way as well. Because, at any rate, companies are investing in clean energy futures. The world is betting on American workers to build it and the American people to buy it. And then we're investing in clean energy as a stronger, more resilient grid, 100% clean electricity by 2035. And that's a major piece of the puzzle and one of the commitments that I made we would try to do. Like the rest of my Build Back Better plan, the clean energy companies of this plan are about lowering prices. That's what this is all about. It's about reducing family energy bills while protecting the grid from extreme weather and making power more reliable. And it's also about jobs. No one knows it better than all of you around this table. The investment is going to support the creation of hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs all across the country, and how it flows from this, what you're all about to do, God willing. And it's going to make us more economically competitive while reducing pollution and improving public health and helping us meet the moment on climate change, the most important piece of it, in my view. These investments are about today, and they're also about the future. And we can do it without increasing the deficit or raising taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year. And 17 Nobel laureates spontaneously, in economics, spontaneously wrote to me, telling me that they believed that this would ease long-term inflation. And so CEOs know exactly why clean energy future matters. It's an incredible opportunity for our country. And they know how urgent it is to get this done. And they've been key.